So earlier this year, around like first week of May, ESPN insider Todd McShay did a 2017 sort of mock draft, sort of a QB teaser, and he had University of Minnesota Gopher quarterback Mitch Leidner being the third quarterback taken off the board, had him going 25 in the first round to the Dallas Cowboys. That was kind of a shocker for people. I don't think a lot of people had him on their radar, especially probably not that high, but I just wanted to sort of compare some of his stats to a current NFL QB that he's going to probably be compared to, and maybe another college quarterback that's also have some high draft stock possibility, and just sort of make an argument as to why or possibly why not he isn't a first round pick or even a draftable prospect. So yeah, I know one of the gripes McShay said was his accuracy. He needs him to increase his completion percentage in order for him to really stand out as a first round prospect. I think his career percentage is somewhere around 56-58%, which isn't bad, but it isn't fantastic. Last year, his junior year, he had a completion percentage of 59.5, which is exactly what Josh Rosen from UCLA had. And Josh Rosen was a true freshman last year. This upcoming year is going to be a true sophomore. They've got him pegged as maybe possibly first pick, definitely probably a first round pick in the 2018 draft. So just comparing, another highly touted prospect. They both played 13 games last year. They both had a completion percentage of 59.5. Leidner threw 407 passes. Rosen 487. Rosen had about 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Leidner about 14 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Leidner had 6 rushing touchdowns to Rosen's 2. So yeah, different offenses, different philosophies, but sort of comparable numbers, statistics. QBR. Rosen's QBR was 134.3, which is really good. I think Mitch's career QBR is around 123.2, which is pretty good. So yeah, I think one of the guys Mitch is gonna get compared to is Blake Bortles. Big guy, strong guy, plays in the AFC South. I watch Blake Bortles. I watch him a lot. Blake Bortles is really good. Blake Bortles was at the combine was 6'5", 230. Ran a 4.9 340, 32-inch vertical, had a 28 on his Wonderlic test. So yeah, if Mitch can have a really good combine, have a really good senior year, I don't see why he couldn't possibly be a first round pick. Strength of schedule in 2015, they had the Gophers had a tough schedule. I know in 2014 they ranked the Gophers as having the 19th toughest regular season schedule. Some sort of career stats as a starter at Minnesota. Mitch has had about 722 attempts, about 407 completions, started about 29 of 35 games played. He's got a record of 16-13. Pretty impressive considering he's playing some tough Big Ten competition. He's got about 5,118 yards passing, career completion percentage of about 56.4. He's got, I think, something like 28 touchdowns passing, career QBR of 123.2. He's got about 1,100 yards rushing. That's definitely makes him a dual threat. 23 touchdowns rushing. That makes him a goal line threat. It makes him a short yardage, so sort of a QB sneak. 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 4th and short kind of a guy. Durability. One of the biggest praises I can give Mitch is his durability. Mitch is, I think last year, 2015, he was number 1 in total plays in the Big Ten with 514. So man, this guy plays every snap. You know what I mean? Twisted ankles, jammed fingers, bruised shoulders. This kid is tough as nails. Minnesota boy. And he's durable, and he's going to be there for your team. So I think that's a really good selling point for him. Total touchdowns, he was 8th in the Big Ten last year, 7th in 2014 when he had a really tough schedule. Completion percentage last year, he was 4th in the Big Ten. Attempts, he was 4th in the Big Ten. And completion percentage, he was 6th in the Big Ten. So, these numbers aren't amazing, but all things considered, these are really solid numbers for a guy that's going to be be, 23, 24 years old as a rookie, experienced, you know what I mean? You're drafting a college quarterback. This guy is going to be a redshirt senior. He's going to have played over 35 games. He's played in inclement weather, and you know what I mean? We played in an outdoor stadium these last few years. I mean, this guy's faced tough competition in the Big Ten: Ohio State, Michigan, Wisconsin, Michigan State. And he's, you know what I mean, faced it with not the best receiving core. No shade to any of those guys. He's got some, really good teammates, but he doesn't have the best, you know what I mean? He doesn't have the best receiving core, especially after Max Williams went in the draft. And just to put it in historical context for the university as to why this is such a big deal, in 81 years of NFL drafts, 80 years, 81 being 2017, we've had about 3 quarterbacks drafted all time from the University of Minnesota. Those guys are like 8th round picks, some of them, you know what I mean? You're talking about the modern era. We've only really had 2 QBs drafted. You're talking about guys in the 8th round. That doesn't really even exist anymore. So you know what I'm saying? I think Tony Dungy played quarterback for the University of Minnesota, went undrafted, sort of ended up being like a defensive back for the Steelers, was like their emergency 3rd string quarterback. I think he played a game where like Bradshaw and the other guy got injured or something. But you know what I mean? In the history of the school, you know what I mean? Not a lot of prime time, highly touted QB prospects. You know what I mean? So this is a really big deal for the school. I'm really rooting for him. I'm really rooting for the team this year. Gonna have another tough schedule, you know what I mean? But being the senior, being the big man on campus, is gonna be a lot riding on his shoulders. So good luck to you guys. God willing, everyone stays healthy, you know what I mean? Injury-free season. And we'll see. I expect us to, be over 500, have a winning record, make a decent bowl game, win that bowl game. And I expect Mitch to definitely get drafted in the 2017 draft. You know what I mean? Whether it's 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round, that'd be a really big deal for the program, just to raise the prestige level of, when you put it in context, the quarterback position is the most glamorous, prestigious position in American team sports. So to have a guy go, first day from a school, from a program, just sort of raises the bar, raises the profile for the next guys coming up. So the recruitment process is affected. You know what I mean? It's just big for the alumni, big for the school. Best of luck to everyone, and go Gophers.
Treated me just like a Macapone. Got my nigga that treat me like Acapone. Money, make it Mitch. Money, make it Mitch.